Good evening, or morning in New York. It's not quite, it's 11:30 Eastern time, but it's almost 5 PM here in the UK. Just a quick update on my trade today. I finished trading for the day. I had a couple of stops and I also had a winning trade. Finished the day in a decent green, and I'm just going to quickly recap it right now. So if you watched the hourly, if you watched the pre-market video today, I had a few levels I was watching. I was watching down here at 48.21, 48.13 area, and I said there was a higher risk play around this area here as well at 48.30. I think it was 48.28, that area there. So when the market opened, I got in at the higher risk area. I think it was about here in my entry. I saw it bounce off the VWAP. In fact, it was the break of that 5-minute candle I got in. VWAP bounce near, even though it wasn't quite at the level, it was near the level, and I'm happy to do it in that zone. And as you can see, it stopped me out, so it didn't quite. I wanted to get it up here, maybe potentially for a double top, but it ended up stopping me out. I had my stop really tight, so I was out of there. In fact, I did actually add on that trade as well. My first entry was there. My second entry, I think, was on the break because I was confident it was going to break up, and it just came back on myself. So a little bit annoying, but that's okay. It is what it is. And then I did take another. So that was a small loss there. I did take another. I did take another entry at this level I was watching. This area consolidation, and an area has been on watch 48.21. My entry was right on the line, and initially it pushed up, kind of didn't really capitalize on taking anything out there, and then it came back down, and then that stopped me out as well. So I was out, 2 tight stops. So that was my day. I was out there, and then I had one more trade left in me, and it was watching this area here for a bounce. And even though it didn't come all the way down to that area, I was watching. What I was watching was the level 2. I was watching the book map as well, and I was also watching the 2-minute chart. And there was we had the price was, so where were we? So the price was going sideways, and we had declining volume there. So I knew there was probably no entry. In fact, I did take a very small stop, but I quickly re-entered. So I did get in on here, got in on that one, and it stopped me out just below that area. But I was still watching this with below average volume, bottom tails, a lower volume, topping tail, I ignored that, another bottom tail, and I got in back down here as well. My average price was pretty much just above the low of the day, and that was just through watching level 2. And on, we had lots and lots of buyers down here as well, and we were not making any more progress. It was slowing down, and you can see volumes declining again as well. So I got back in, and we had an overall volume was declining, so I was happy. You know, maybe I could have. Well, I'm trying to make sure my risk management's better, so I'm happy to take tight stops, another tight stop there, and then find the best entry. So my best entry was there. I was break even by the time we got up to here, and my out was on the VWAP coming into the 10 o'clock news we talked about earlier. So I was out just before there, right on the VWAP, and obviously 10 o'clock news came, pushed up, came back down, so making that a decent exit. And that's it, that's my trade for the day. I had some weird things going on my Apex today. I don't know, I vaguely remember having some weird thing happen when I took the stop down here. So I took the stop, and I didn't have a stop loss set. I manually took it. It might have been a limit order possibly, and not all of my accounts took it. And as it pulled back up, I think I was still in the trade, and it came back down. And it wasn't until I re-entered down there and I realised one of my accounts was in the red, was more in the red than these ones and what I've had. And when I was at my break even for the day, that one account was still in the red, and so I just held to the VWAP when I got out. The old me would probably let that one account try to go green, and maybe it would have worked today, and I would have held and held just because I don't want to be like $10 in the red on one of the accounts. All my other accounts were doing really well, just that one account, but I got out anyway and worked out well for the day. That's it. Could I have done anything better? Definitely. this area wasn't really my level had gone, and I shouldn't have even contemplated. The only level I should have taken was the break and retest of that high risk area, not the bounce. So a bit annoying. Bounce with a VWAP, I don't really play VWAP as well, so it's not really my play, but I did, you know, I was using the VWAP as my entry, so I need to revisit my journal for that and just work out why I was trying to preempt the levels and it wasn't really great. And obviously missing the obvious, there's this nice GBI as well. You could put your stop there, entry here, and that would have been a nice rundown. So, but this is normally, I normally look for these type of plays at the top of a run or at the bottom of a run, but not midway through, so I wouldn't have taken it. But you know, it's a decent play, little bit of a pullback and then a push back down again. And that's it really. Obviously we're having a bit of a push up. All-time high was touched in the pre-market there, and what I was going to wait for, if we broke it, came back out and retested it for the continuation, but it didn't get there, and we're putting in a lower high now, so potentially maybe we've hit the top, but who knows. Volume wise, not doing much at the moment. A little bit of volume here, ending volume, so if you're long, that would have been a great out on that candle, and declining volume now, so maybe it's just a bit of a pullback. Anyway, that's my day done. I'm finishing early and it's a Friday, so nice to finish early. Have a good day. Hopefully your day's trading is good, and I will be back Monday at 9 AM Eastern time for the live video where I go back through these levels and tell you why I've chosen levels, and generally they are pretty accurate, as you can see. I think I've had all green days now since the first week of the month. I've only had 2 red days this month. That's purely just playing bounces or rejections of the levels from the pre-market videos. Okay, thanks for watching and have a nice weekend.